If you clicked on this video, most likely you know or have suspicions that extraterrestrials are already here on Earth. I wanted to share sources and my thoughts on what is being shown over the media and by the word of mouth so far. This is my humble perspective based on my own research, feelings, and experiences on the subject. Please take what I'm saying and others say with a grain of salt. Do your own research, use your heart to reverberate with whatever truths you resonate with. Thank you for your time. Please feel free to skip around if you wish. To show you guys, so I wanted to show you guys an array of people from different backgrounds that are all speaking about the same thing. They're all talking about aliens. They're all talking about this new transformation of humanity that we need to realize. And even if you start this evolution, you start this revolution inside of yourself, you are going to wake other people up because you have woken yourself up. You're no longer going to see the lies. You're no longer going to be like, okay, whatever, it's just another social media thing, or it's just whatever. No, we need to start seeing what is happening and talk to people about it. If not, if you have no one to talk about it, just release all the love and power. Go deep within yourself so the collective can start to rise. And I'm going to go ahead and play Pam Gregory. She's an astrologist, one of the best. She's talking about the Capricorn solstice in December. I'm going to skip around because it is a 30-minute video, but I want you to hear the themes that we're going through in December and that I don't think we really talk about in our society today, which is the solstice, which was very important to our ancestors. It was very important to who we were as people.
Here it's picking up the T-square to the nodal axis. Now, again, the sun, because it obviously moves 1 degree a day around the zodiac, it does that fairly frequently, but not at the solstice, because all of these points are on the world axis. So what that means is this is really saying this is another very significant choice point for humanity. Whenever the sun squares the nodal axis, it's an important choice point. And what are the choices? Well, as I've talked a great deal, that you're either living in love or you're living in fear. And really to emphasize that, this end of the nodal axis, the North Node, which is our soul's path of, it's our collective soul's path of destiny at this time, is in Aries, so that is about our sovereignty, our independence. It's also conjunct Neptune here. So this is our spiritual sovereignty, being a spiritual warrior, if you like, our spiritual sovereignty. Whereas the South Node, which is what we're moving away from, is in Libra, so that is any kind of being a people pleaser, compromising our own needs, not being quite so authentic. I'm talking about the shadow side of Libra here, and not rocking the boat, going along with the majority, as it were, not speaking out, whereas Aries is very direct and blunt and speaks out, and very much stands in its individuality. So this is the split, and we are being encouraged, because it's the North Node here in Aries conjunct Neptune, is to stand as a spiritual warrior, stand in our sovereignty. The North Node is also conjunct Manway, very, very tightly within 6 minutes. Manway, 2 degrees 09 of Aries. Manway is the highest intelligence in the universe, part of the creation myth, as I've often talked about, where he and his wife Vada really created the whole universe. So the fact he is also, I'd allow that being on the world axis and conjunct the North Node and at the Capricorn solstice, is really saying this is a major initiation point, a major new beginning. And one of the big, big themes of Manway is the triumph of light over dark. The triumph of light over dark. So I see this, just even that T-square that I've talked about, as a further splitting of the timelines. And I mean that dimensionally. You're living in fear, you're living in love. Are you standing in your authenticity and your sovereignty, or are you just not rocking the boat, going along with the crowd? This could not be more important in terms of the choices we are making.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about her point right there. I'm going to show a little bit more, and then I think that will be it. But we are taking back our power from a group of people that took it from us a long time ago. Again, we were in a Kali Yuga, and that means the unconsciousness is very rapid. There's barely anybody awake. We're just in a dream state, and there are a small group of people that took over that fact, and they are leading our governments. They're in secret societies, whatever you want to call them, but they are just the Luciferians. They are the group of people that do not want anything good for humanity. They feed off of our fear. They feed off of our fear, and they feed off of our negative thoughts. And on the astral plane, if you guys could see all of the negativity of your aura, of everything that's around you, you would realize that you're just weakening yourself, you're killing yourself, and you're giving this energy to other beings, other entities that feed off of it, or the loosh. We are taking back this sovereignty. That the stars are showing it to us. Pam is talking about it. And that's why I really wanted to show this to you guys. Like, we have been in a stupor. We have been in a stupid state. Honestly, the intelligence of humanity has been at its lowest for a long time. And in order to initiate a change, we need to align ourselves to the stars. We need to be aware of these things and seek deep within. And I'm going to go ahead and play the next part.
Virgo are both ruled by Mercury to really discern what's true and what's not around all of this. Truth is a big issue here. Truth is a big issue because Jupiter is a strong part of this whole Capricorn solstice. It is also opposing Mercury in the sign of Sagittarius, which Jupiter rules, which is also all about truth and the law. In addition to that, we have Uranus, another planet to do with truth. These are the two planets linked to truth. And Uranus is in this very obsessive quindecile, spelt quindecile, to Mercury, 165-degree aspect. You've got to use a 2-degree, very tight orb with that. This is an aspect of obsession, upheaval, upset, won't leave the truth alone, got to dig for the truth, got to get to the bottom, very obsessive. So you have these two planets linked to the truth that are really digging into this Mercury in Sagittarius, also linked to truth and the law. Really, really fascinating here. We also have Mars opposing Pluto. We had this on the 3rd of November, initially in this cycle. The way that, this is like brute force. It's an opposition, so we can feel a strong sense of polarization, or people with rage coming at us. And I think the way this, because it was angular, that opposition in the US at the time by astrocartography, and the way that manifested, I think, was very much the extreme polarization and the very intense heightened feelings that were running in the US just 2 days before the US election. This is going to be
All right, guys, so I'm going to stop the video there, and I just wanted to just make a comment on what she was talking about. So this equinox, every equinox sets up the pace for the next 3 months of your life. So this December is very important for all of us, and in the past with our ancestors, we always knew that solstices were important. We had festivals during these times. We had time to settle down and go inwards and basically plan within ourselves Like, what do I want to see in my life? What would I like to create? And this equinox, this season of December, is also going to purge out all of the dirt that has been done against humanity, because as she said, that basically we are going to become obsessive about the truth. And if you guys have been noticing about the politics or the celebrity news, we are slowly going to see all the shit that has been going on, that has been going on against the woman, that has been going against the children, because this is a matriarchal planet. This is a planet that is of the woman. And that's not to say that there's anything against men, but this is a woman, or this is a female planet, and the woman has been disempowered, and there's a reason for it, because she basically is the goddess. We are the goddesses of this earth, and our energy needs to be strengthened and maintained in order for equilibrium on this planet. Sovereignty is going to be sought by a lot of us. Maybe you guys are thinking, oh my gosh, I really just want to leave my job, or I really want to get away from this person. Like, you're starting to feel the ick. You're starting to feel all the horrors of the energies around you. You're more sensitive to it, and you're like, I'm just going to get out of this system. I'm going to get out of the rat race. And when we start doing that, we'll see that it falls immediately, because we have been giving our energy to the system, and it's been maintained by our energy. And I think a lot of people are going to start to notice, like, wow, I need to start taking my kid out of school. I need to start getting out of this place. I need to start getting out of this city that basically sucks all of the energy out of you by putting you in boxes in radiation. And there's just so many tricks and that have been against us, and we're going to slowly start realizing it. We're going to be in our own sovereignty, and the faster that all of us start to realize it, the more that this crumbling piece is going to come apart. And the aliens, I have to keep mentioning the aliens because that is what everything is about, is they are here to help us in our next transition, and they're here to take away all of the dirty players that have been doing their shit for a while. And that is all you need to know. No matter what happens, no matter what you see in the sky, it's going to happen. There has been a mothership over the US for a long time. People have been noticing it. It's just there, like, it's just there, and it's going to reveal itself. It has its own gravitational force, so it can cloak itself in the clouds. And I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of the UFOs that are able to cloak themselves, but they're kind of peering out now because they know that we're ready to see it. So why not just poke out and show you guys what's gonna happen next? Alright, so we're gonna watch a few more videos just to like cement that they are here, they are doing their thing, and they are taking out the negative forces and energies that have been on the planet for a while. So I wanted to show you guys